It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And away we go from Lumen Field. Here's Steven Sims with the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
Play action on first down. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline, and no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the rookie who was the talk of the NFL draft, Brock. First-round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's Shedeur Sanders. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game.
People who get stuck on the last name or draft day fall will lose sight of the QB that this guy can be in the NFL. Confidence is a funny thing, especially from the outside, to judge what it may look like, what it may sound like, but I know this, you gotta have it to play in this league.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another one for Ford. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He'll make a big foot on the ground. And he's brought down. They'll spot this one right at the 20.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
To run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing here, Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff, now to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running back sent in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
23-yard line.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. And off to Walker from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time and talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Darnold. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with Walker on the counter. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He brings it in. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Man in motion, out of the slot. Back now, pressure on its way. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. This one intended for the running back. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, but it certainly wasn't.
Myers' kick is good, and they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the 2nd time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. On 1st down, here's Sanders. Finds a man, Deontay Johnson has it. He's going to be a yard shy of the 1st as they force him out after the gain of 9.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. A give up the middle to Ford. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Sanders. He's running for it. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Browns.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. 1st time this game they've looked to him, and it sets up 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Going again here, Sanders. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and just 2 to go. Ford straight ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
They'll go play action for Sanders. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play actually gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He finds Njoku, complete. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Sanders back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Sanders going to look to throw. He takes it himself. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He finds him right side. That's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 2nd quarter lead. David Njoku, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take a 4-point lead.
Seahawks 3.
Hopkins has it on the tee and he's ready to send it flying. Sims now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this to Cup. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Slot man motioned over. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They are throwing it again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
From the 45 on second down. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, third down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, 1 yard to go. Throwing from the gun here. The Browns close in and take him down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up fourth down.
Michael Dixon on the punt.
For the Seahawks.
And this will be his second effort of the contest. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half.
Their own 20-yard
And leading just 7-3, might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. Sanders going to throw here on first. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
All right, here we go. Second down. One final shot before the half. Short pass brought in. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up third and very short. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break. As we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down, ball at the 36. With Sanders out of the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver, and it's going to be second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short here, Sanders. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he's going to go out of bounds with close to enough for the first. But he is marked short, so it is 4th down and less than a yard.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. This is Ford on the handoff. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Browns' 1st down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
This is Ford. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Ford running to the right. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Here's a loft deep down the middle. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Play action on 1st down. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
And that's good for another Seahawks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pass hauled in by the rookie for Miami. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And that's good for a Seahawks.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. First and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside give to Walker. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Working inside the red zone. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a fourth-quarter lead. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. To the air on first down, Sanders. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on second down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He lofts it, deep left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Browns are lined up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Seahawks offense running out now. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Walker on 1st down. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. With Walker again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a 9 on the ground. A good pickup ahead of 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Crosses the 35, still got more room. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Walker running to the right. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying with Walker. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks only up by a few. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4 there, and that gives the Browns a first.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
A go play action for Sanders. Has a man on target to Johnson. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down from the red zone. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He's got it, and he gets in. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now on for a likely game winner if he can knock this one through. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
14. Seahawks 13.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Return starts from the goal line. This makes it up to the 25. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Intended for Elijah Arroyo. Incomplete. Carson Schlesinger on the coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
One final shot here. This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. He's going to wind up out of bounds, so a request for a miracle goes unanswered. This game comes to an end. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Seattle.